The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Leaders across the world have wrapped up the 40th and 41st ASEAN summits in Cambodia. For updates, we have Man Los Baños reporting to us live from Phnom Penh in Cambodia. Man, can you tell us the latest?
Good afternoon, Riza. Yes, President Bongbong Marcos attended several meetings on the last day of the 40th and 41st ASEAN Summit here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. During the 17th East Asia Summit, Marcos Jr. once again renewed his call to make the South China Sea a sea of peace, security, stability, and prosperity. He said the disputed waters could be a nexus of vibrant economic engagements and interactions, and not an epicenter of armed conflict or geopolitical maneuverings. Present in the summit were state leaders of China, United States, New Zealand, Japan, India, South Korea, and Australia. On Saturday, the president asked the U.S. to use its clout to tame the rising fuel prices during the ASEAN-U.S. summit. He also appealed to Biden to back efforts against climate change and to support the ASEAN Center for Biodiversity. This is to increase resilience against the phenomenon and its impacts on natural disasters. The chief executive also had a bilateral meeting with South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol, where he expressed support for the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. Riza, after the closing ceremony of the ASEAN Summit, President Marcos had a meeting with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and we're awaiting updates on that. And later tonight at 6:30 p.m. Cambodian time, 7:30 p.m. Manila time, President Marcos will meet the Filipino community here in Cambodia before he flies back to Manila tonight. Riza?
Thank you for those updates. That was Man Los Baños reporting live from Phnom Penh. Heads of industrialized nations are set to meet at the 17th G20 summit in Bali, Indonesia this week. Now here's what to expect from the event.
Tensions, Musk plus chips and cars. Here are three things to watch at the G20 meeting. As geopolitical tensions rise, state leaders from around the world will gather in Bali. President Joe Biden and Xi Jinping are set to meet on the sidelines of the summit in what would mark their first sit-down. One face we likely won't see, Vladimir Putin, who hopes to avoid potential confrontations with other leaders over his invasion of Ukraine. Trade tensions are reaching a fever pitch ahead of the G20, from chips to electric vehicles. President Biden's policies to boost EV production in the U.S. has angered allies in Europe and South Korea, while his efforts to block Chinese chip development has sent chills through an already battered semiconductor industry. What's critical is that world leaders are staring down a potential global recession. We'll see if that will spur them to try and soften the blow by reaching some agreements on trade. Plus, the richest man in the world, Elon Musk, is also headed to Bali, according to Indonesia. He's scheduled to deliver a speech at an international gathering of business leaders on the sidelines of the Group of 20 leading countries. Earlier in the year, Indonesian President Joko Widodo urged Musk to make his country a manufacturing hub for Tesla to make both its batteries and cars. Make sure to follow us at QuickTake for all the latest updates.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Emotions of aspiring lawyers run high on the second day of this year's bar examinations. Josh Kamo with the report.
Examinees arrived early in Mendiola for the second day of the 2022 bar exams. Mel, a first-time taker, says he is still nervous, but he feels better compared to the first day.
Kaya halong kaba, excitement, yung pressure. Sana hindi ako ma-mental block. Nung first day, dahil nga first time, hindi ko pa alam yung paano yung style.
He adds that he is optimistic that he can handle the bar exam until its last day.
Lalaban na to, sana dire-diretso na po hanggang last day.
The digital setup is also an advantage for him, but he is worried for those who are not much on the techie side.
Siguro okay sa akin kasi bata pa ako. Medyo technologically challenging itong exam sa mga may edad na po. Pero sa akin po, pabor siya.
Meanwhile, Vincy was accompanied by her supportive family. She recalled how she broke down after the first day, so she came more prepared today.
Actually, nag-breakdown ako the day after. Tapos, nag-scan na lang ako. So, sabi ko, kahit ano na lang po yung mangyari. Basta, sana mag-flow na lang po siya freely pag sumagot.
Family members of bar examinees are also trying their best to support their loved ones.
Very supportive po. Talagang lahat, from the time na first day of exam, nandito na ako. So, lahat ng gamit niya, pagpunta ng exam, prepare ko from pagkain, lahat.
Road closures are still in effect near San Beda and De La Salle universities. Authorities note that the first day was generally peaceful. But the National Police assured that their men will continue to patrol areas in the vicinity of testing sites for the remaining days of the exam.
We are going to deploy 300 personnel para sa dalawang school. Then lahat po yun, sir, may shifting. But we will give emphasis doon sa pagpasok nila at paglabas ng school po.
The 2022 bar exams will continue on November 16 and 20. For News 5, Josh Kamo, We Are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The death toll from severe tropical storm Paeng has gone up to 160, while dozens are injured and still missing. Combined damage to agriculture and infrastructure is now at over 11 billion pesos. Unioil Philippines projects that prices of diesel would go down by up to 45 centavos per liter in the coming days. Gasoline prices, however, are expected to increase by up to 90 centavos a liter. And Filipino boxer Carlo Paalam clinches the bantamweight gold at the ASBC Elite Boxing Championship in Jordan. He took the win via split decision against his opponent from Kazakhstan. And for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.